Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. This video is about making a small tripod similar to a gorilla pod but much cheaper, 20 rupees or less. The other day I was working onto something and felt the need of a gorilla pod or a small tripod to mount my phone, as I use my phone as my primary camera. I had this 1-inch pipe lying around, and it was then I got this idea of this mini tripod thing. The pipe costs about 17.5 rupees per feet, and you will only need 1 feet of it, and that's it. Beside that, you will need a hacksaw and a candle. I measured about a feet of this pipe and put a mark at 4-inch length from one side. I used my hacksaw to cut the pipe from the 1 feet mark and sanded it for our next step. To make the tripod, I need to divide the total circumference of the pipe in 3 equal sections. To do that, I am using this simple technique here, which is wrapping a piece of paper around it and marking the circumference. After that, I measured the length of the markings in the paper with a ruler, which is 105 millimeters divided by 3, and the division is 35 millimeters per section. I beg your pardon for the low quality videos here, I am using my phone. So after that, I wrapped the same paper around the pipe and transfer the markings onto it. Using the ruler, I drew 3 straight lines, and to keep the lines equally spaced, I used a small piece of paper as reference, which is 35 millimeters in length. Moving on to our next step, I will use my hacksaw to cut the divisions following the lines. Make sure you don't cut all the way through, as it's a tripod, not a quad pod. You need to keep the blade at an angle to prevent cutting the other side. Also, keeping the blade at an angle will make it difficult to finish the cut, so to do that, you will need to use the hacksaw blade without the frame holding it with a rag or a piece of cloth. Here I jammed the sandpaper in the gap to spread it a little bit, and then used the blade to cut the final part. I sanded the gap with the sandpaper, which you can do later if you want, as it's going to open up. For the next step, you will need to turn off the fan, air conditioner, basically anything that moves air around. The hot air from the candle rises up and cools down on its way, so I need the flow to be straight up and not turbulent, which will make it easy to find the sweet spot where it's not too hot to burn the plastic, but enough to make it soft. You can use your hand to find the hot stream to place the pipe right above it. Don't put your hand for longer duration. Now imagine you are holding a kebab, a very delicious kebab, and gently turn it for even heat distribution. Periodically check to see if the plastic has started to turn soft or not. It will take about 2 minutes or so. Once you feel that it's soft enough to bend, use the floor to spread it like so. Make sure to keep it as much straight as possible and allow it to cool down. After it's cooled, you can see that our tripod is ready. To make sure that it's straight upright, I took some measurements of the leg spread, and it seems to be same, which is 10 inches from one another. I used my ruler to see if the legs are bent straight outside and not left right, and it was also okay. Overall, I am satisfied with the results, and it came out way better than I thought it would. Its total height is about 9.5 inches with 10-inch-ish leg spread, not precise. Now basically the project is finished here, but I will do some cosmetic changes to make it look as much good as possible. I'll start by deburring the edges because it feels rough, and then I will use sandpaper to soften the edges and give it a rounded shape. So this tripod design is for using it with a selfie stick, and selfie stick will go all the way through if it's not stopped. So I drilled a hole on the side and screwed it shut so that the selfie stick stays in its place. You can use hot glue or epoxy putty like M-Seal to do the same. I just wanted to give it a more professional look. That's it. Also, this blue lines on this pipe is really annoying, along with other scratches and marks, so I decided to remove it. I realized that scraping it with a knife with long strokes gives it a unique texture and I like it, so I scraped the entire pipe, and this is how the finished product looks. So guys, this is how you make a small tripod to use it with your selfie stick, which costs less than 20 rupees or $0.25 or 25 cents. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do consider subscribing my channel as you have watched it so far, and don't forget to rate this video and share as well. I will see you soon. Have a nice day.